Hello and welcome to Fix of Space Time. In today's video we have an interview with Leo, a writer for NASA Spaceflight. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Can you tell everyone a bit about yourself?
Sure, yeah. So my name's Leo. I'm a writer for NASA Spaceflight, and I'm an all-round aerospace enthusiast, and have been for a while. As you can probably tell by my accent, I'm from the UK as well. I'm currently a university student here in the UK, studying Earth science. But even though that's not very related to rockets, everyone needs a hobby, and aerospace is mine. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Okay. How did you come across NASA Spaceflight and what encouraged you to write for them?
Yeah, sure. So I first came across them. It was in the early Starship testing days, and obviously there wasn't much coverage back in the early days, and NSF was sort of the trendsetters. And yeah, I started to watch their live streams, and ever since then I've just sort of been sort of grown with them, and sort of got more knowledge about what they do and their website and things like that. And yeah, eventually, it was only recently that I thought that I looked at all their articles and I thought, well, obviously the degree I'm doing, I probably won't go into aerospace as a job, but I could potentially go into journalism as a job for aerospace. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go and I'll apply and try and see if I can become a writer. And I did, and I'm really proud to say that I've joined the team as a writer for NASA Spaceflight, and I've just recently done my first article, and yeah, hopefully the first of many.
Cool. What kind of things have you written and what kind of things will you write in the future?
Sure, yeah. So obviously, I've only joined very recently, so I've only done one article so far, and that was on the recent Vega launch for the European Space Agency and Avio. Obviously, spaceflight is so busy nowadays. There's so many things going on, and we try and cover it all. So all of us writers, we're not sort of restricted to a certain topic. If there's something going on in aerospace, then we'll try and write it and we'll try and cover it. So basically, any mission, anything in the future, I could have the possibility of writing it. So yeah, anything basically.
Okay. Where did you learn all about space and spaceflight? Was
Sure, yeah. So
it
I mean, a lot of it is very much self-taught. I have this sort of tendency, if I'm interested in something, I'll just research the hell out of it and try and get more knowledge. And I haven't always been interested in rockets, so it was only probably 2 years ago that I got interested in aerospace. I've always been interested in aviation, so aircraft and airliners. Ever since I was a young boy, I've always really been interested in that. And it was only until someone in the aviation community told me about a SpaceX launch. It was Crew Demo One, that I thought, oh, okay, I might check it out. So I did, and I was really interested. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what a Falcon 9 was. I didn't know what a Merlin engine was, but it interested me. So I went away and I researched, and yeah, I've just basically any questions that I have about a rocket, about a launch company, I try and research it and I store that in my memory, and yeah, that's basically how I learn.
Okay. What's it like to work for NASA Spaceflight?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's such an amazing team. Obviously, you've got the main people that everyone knows on the stream, and they're amazing. They're fantastic people. But of course, there's loads of people behind the scenes as well, which are equally as amazing. So yeah, they're a fantastic team and really welcoming. Yeah, they're a great bunch of people.
Okay. Do you think the present space exploration is a good idea, or do you think we should be focusing on things down on Earth like climate change?
Oh, good question. I mean, you've probably had this answer quite a lot, but I would say both. Obviously, we in the community, we're quite biased to space. We're not going to say, "Ah, I hate space." But I think with that question, if you were to ask that exact question to someone on the street, um, a lot of them would probably say Earth, because for the average person, Earth is everything we know. For people in their life, it's paying their taxes, making sure they've got food on the table, they've got a job, and all of that is happening on Earth, not necessarily on Mars or something like that. So yeah, I think for the average person, Earth would definitely be the priority. But people like us in the community, we know the benefits that space has, and the opportunities it will have in our future. So we have that sort of knowledge to say, look, we can do both at the same time. And I think it's just about education, telling the general public that you can do both at the same time, and the benefits in space. So yeah, I would say both personally. Probably the vast majority of people on Earth would say Earth, but I think it's all about education. So yeah.
Okay. Would you ever go and live on a different planet or go into space?
I probably wouldn't live on another planet. I would go to space. I'd love to go to space, just to experience the ride on a rocket. That'd be just so awesome. Um, Living on another planet, um, I don't know. I mean, the planet that comes to mind is obviously Mars, and it's a pretty harsh environment at the moment. Obviously, no human has ever set on Mars, and I suppose in the distant future, obviously, we will eventually get a regular presence there. I certainly wouldn't want to be the first human going to Mars, but maybe in a very long period of time when it's safe to do so, and there's a lot of a lot of travel, maybe. But certainly for now, I'm very much focused on Earth. I'd love to stay here.
Okay. What kind of things will you write for NASA Spaceflight in the future?
Yeah, so as I sort of said earlier, we cover everything basically. So um, yeah, anything that's coming up in recent spaceflight, I'll try and cover it. Whether that be, and the good thing with NASA spaceflight is not always rockets. We try and focus on science pieces as well. There's so much more than just rockets. Obviously, space as a whole, you have things like astronomy, cosmology. We try and have an article for everything basically. So yeah, everything spaceflight related. I'll hopefully write up soon.
Okay. Have you personally got your eye on anything, or would you be
At
willing
the
to?
moment, there's a lot of launches at the moment. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of Starlink launches at the moment, so we're covering a lot of those. Um, I mean, there's also obviously nowadays a lot more crewed launches going on. Um, I mean, yeah, there's so many things. At the moment, nothing's standing out to me at the moment. Obviously, we have got other writers as well who will take other events and that kind of stuff. But at the moment, I'm just sort of seeing what's happening. But yeah, hopefully very soon I'll do my next article.
Okay. What's your plans for the future regarding NASA Spaceflight? Will you stay with them, or after your degree, will you go away from them and do something else?
Certainly, as far as I can see, I'd love to stay with them. Yeah, I mean, they're very accommodating. Even though I am a university student, writing for NSF isn't a full-time job. It's not occupying my life so much so that I have to, sacrifice things like that. So, yeah, absolutely. I very much envisage being with them for a long time, and yeah, I hope I evolve with the team.
Cool. That's all the questions I've got for you today. Thank you so much for coming on here for an interview.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. Thanks very much for offering.
Cool. And I hope you have a good rest of your day.
I hope you do too. Thank you. Thank you, Felix.
Bye.
Perfect. Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.